What's going on, guys? I'm back with another NFL video. This will be 10 blockbuster trades that could change the NFL. Now, the deadline is tomorrow, and it is about 8:30 at night. Right now, we're recording this, so hopefully this video gets out. But if not, compare it to what happens. I am also sorry for the delay in content. My football team went to the playoffs. We made the championship, but unfortunately lost. That aside, let's get into the video. And with number 1, we have a quarterback trade. And the quarterback that we are trading is Ryan Tannehill to the Falcons. Now, I think this makes the most sense because we saw Desmond Ridder got benched in the first half. So it's telling us that he hasn't been playing good, and they're looking to move on. Could that guy be Taylor Heinicke? Yes, it could be, but with the resurgence of Will Levis in that one game, throwing for 4 touchdowns, 236 yards, I don't think an interception. I think that the future in Tennessee is Will Levis, written all over it. So I think it makes lots of sense, and Ryan Tannehill could help this team perform with the defense. And I think this offense could start clicking. Number 2, I have Jerry Jeudy to the Chiefs. Now this trade, I think, opens up the Chiefs' deep threat and mid-range threat. Because Travis Kelce can be a long-range, short-range, and mid-range weapon. But then if you can add a guy like Jerry Jeudy into that mix, who is mainly, I would say, a deep/middle field danger for teams, would add a lot to this Kansas City Chiefs offense. And the Broncos just beat the Chiefs. So I think right now, the Broncos, even they beat the Chiefs, I think they know it's time to tank. And I think they're going to go for one of the top quarterbacks in the draft. So all would make sense to try and get more draft capital. Moving on to number 3, we have another wide receiver trade. And it is in the AFC West, the receiver that's getting traded. This one would be Hunter Henry of the Las Vegas Raiders to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, we just saw Kirk Cousins is out. And this kind of messed this list up, making it. Because now this Ryan Tannehill could also be going to the Falcons, and it wouldn't be the most out-of-range thing. But I think one thing that we have to look at with it is at Hunter Renfrow kind of acts like Adam Thielen kind of guy. Good hands and great route running. Isn't the fastest guy on the field, but he can make catches and he has good route running. So I think this would kind of fill that one role that this backup quarterback, I don't even know who it is going to need to have. Number 4, Aaron Jones to the Ravens. Now, I'm going to make this one short. If you can get off one of the best read options with Lamar Jackson, you know that this will be a deadly combo. Now add into a guy with Aaron Jones who has breakaway speed and versatility out of pass-catching game to open up this Ravens offense and hopefully open up Mark Andrews, because I have him on my fantasy team. Number 5, Danielle Hunter to the Bills. Now, why I'm saying this, Matt Milano got hurt. The Bills' defense is hurt. The Bills' team is on IR right now. So, I think it would very much help to have a pass rusher and Danielle Hunter to fill Matt Milano's spot right now. And they will be pretty good next year. So, I think that this would be very beneficial to the Buffalo Bills defense and team as a whole. They haven't been playing too great recently, and I think this would give them a spark that they needed. Number 6, Chase Young to the Ravens. Chase Young has been prone with injuries and hasn't had the best luck throughout his career with injuries. But if he can be that player we saw at Ohio State just a few years ago, This would be amazing for this Ravens defense to give Lamar more of a comfort zone, not having to score on every drive. So I think that this would be beneficial to this Ravens defense, and if the Commanders are trying to go out for the tank, makes lots of sense. Number 7, Patrick Surtain II to the Bills. Now hear me out. Tre'Davious White, an all-pro cornerback, is out for the season with Achilles. The Bills' defense, as I already mentioned, is out. They're injured. So when you have an opportunity with a team tanking like the Broncos are, it would make lots of sense to try and get an amazing guy and a cornerback in Patrick Surtain II. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, this is going to have to be a big haul to give up for him, so I don't think the Broncos are going to give him up. I have a backup option. It's the only one. J.C. Horn. They kind of remind me of the same player. Number 8, Budda Baker to the 49ers. Brock Purdy has all the weapons he needs. Trent Williams has been out, but he shouldn't have played on Sunday. You could tell he was rattled, and he was rattled early, throwing 3, interceptions. Number 9, Deontay Johnson to the Jets. Now, the Jets' receiving core is a bunch of old guys that Aaron Rodgers has had amazing seasons with. Zach Wilson hasn't had an amazing season with him. If you want to put your trust in Zach Wilson and say, we want him to play good, go get a guy like Deontay Johnson from the Steelers, who really hasn't been performing too well throughout the entire season, up to his standard, I would say, and save my fantasy team. Put him on the Jets, put more confidence in Zach Wilson, saying, we believe in you. We're going to go out and get you a number 1 weapon to throw to. Number 10. This may be one of the bigger trades of the video. It's a quarterback trade. Justin Fields to the Raiders. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Tyler Burgett or something like that. Has been playing good football. Plain and simple. He's played good football throughout these 2 first starts. Undrafted. Probably 300 spots, even if he was drafted ahead of Justin Fields. And the Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo has not been playing good football. Why wouldn't you try and get a guy like this, who you may be able to even develop into a scheme with Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs to fall back onto, and then Josh McDaniels hopefully gets fired. You get a real offensive coordinator or someone who knows how to call a play, and maybe, just maybe, the Raiders could be good for once in a century. Just an ask. Well, those were the top 10 blockbuster trades that need to happen. I'm sorry if this video does not get out by the deadline, which I think is at 4 p.m. tomorrow. If not, see you in the next video, which will be a Power Rankings coming out on Wednesday or Thursday. See ya. Make sure to like and subscribe.